And we are live. Sorry.
Hi, everybody. It's okay.
Good morning.
We have a
Oh,
guest today.
it's falling
Everybody's
over.
knocking stuff over.
Hello.
So,
This
Jamie,
is-
introduce this.
He's having a little bit of technical difficulties, folks. It's okay. We only show love here. This is Red Pill from Chicago, right?
Yes, ma'am. Chicago, Illinois, North Side, born and raised.
Chicago, Illinois, 60652.
That's right.
McGruff. What was that?
I'm trying to, stay. I said I'm trying to stay as focused and as humble with this experience as possible. But it's like I don't see what most people, I don't see it the way that it's like a stronghold for the deep state in Illinois, and it's like I just don't blend in. And it's like I'm trying to slowly get my laptop. I just, shut it down and turned it right back on because this is weird. I'm not even used to holding a phone anymore. I've had a laptop for so long.
Right?
But I just appreciate you guys having me on the show, though, man. This is awesome to me. I just my whole goal is to basically dispel the race war narrative in America because I felt love since I put on this hat. Like me putting on this hat, it changed my life. And
That's
like
good.
I tell people all the time, it's not a left or right, a Democrat or Republic. It's like good versus evil, like on a massive scale. And it's like me getting on screens with people that are like the opposite race and opposite gender. Like I feel like when the news comes out, I feel like I can change the lives of in my. I just appreciate you guys for having me on, and yeah. I may hop out and hop back on my laptop. So if y'all guys wanted to start with a prayer, I'm gonna hop in and hop back out.
Okay. We're going to actually start with a song, but it's got the same kind of idea.
Okay. Same thing. Okay, I will be right back. Sorry, guys. I'm just.
You're good.
We're good. I'll be here.
Difficulties under.
Alrighty. So, let's see, I have to set it up and then you give me permissions, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. You good?
Yep.
All right, everybody. This is perfect for our theme today.
Yep. And I'm doing the goofy voice just so y'all know.
You've got a friend in me.
Yeah, you got a friend in me.
When the road looks tough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed,
You just remember what your old pal said, for you got a friend in me.
yeah, you've got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. You got your troubles and I've got mine too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together and you see it through. 'Cause you've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. Some of the folks might be a little bit smarter than I am. Bigger, stronger too, maybe. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, girl. And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You've got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Yeah, wow.
Yay! Round of of applause, everybody. Round of applause.
Yay!
Okay,
Thank you, new friends.
now I can get in my groove, guys. That phone completely threw me off. Thank you guys so much for having me on here, man. This is awesome. I finally got a chance to catch you guys live yesterday, and it was just happenstance because I was working on a video for Kathy with a K. She has a song that I'm putting together a slideshow for, and then you guys just popped on, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me just listen, and everything you guys said, it just hit me. And Auntie B, your story, man, I feel it. I understand it. And I went through it. And when I was going through it, nobody understood what I was going through. And I was scapegoated, outcasted to protect somebody. I'm not going to, I don't want to start crying. So I'm not going to get too much into the situation, but that shit is real. And I will kill for my daughter. Like, I really, really will. Like, I will get everything in my arsenal to protect my children. And I just, I'm one of those people that I will homeschool my kids and I will keep them in my back pocket for my whole life because you never know where those things come from.
Right.
Like, what happened? It was a
You
close
see this
family.
pillow?
Yes.
Okay. I put a blue. You can't see that it's blue, but it's blue. And I put it on here today. I know. Because she said I glow in the dark and it's better. So I got it here because it represents a boy, okay? And I just want you to know that when I think that you need a hug, I'm just going to hug the pillow. And it's you. Okay? So we hugging for your story because I know that life sucks. It can be really hard. We hugging you. It's going to be
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it just hearing it, like that's what makes me want to connect with people because I feel like I can come on their shows and just be my genuine self. Like I've experienced the dark at a massive level, but the reason why I did it is because of what happened to me when I was younger. And it was like, somebody that was close. So people didn't believe it. But then a whole bunch of my kids around my age started saying the same, but it's like they were protected. And then really I was very, very depressed, but it wasn't a depression as if I want to hurt myself. I wanted to hurt other people, like specifically the people that I knew and didn't say anything. So it was like I was put in bad situations. Like I was put in juvenile because I can't say I was bad because I wasn't. I was just hurt, and I needed people to understand. And it was like they wanted to protect them and then not protect us. I was the only one that was smart enough to speak up about it, and I can say like I assaulted the person that did something to me, and I got put in juvenile for it. And it's like, damn. I was like, damn, that's what really. And I'm telling the people what happened, and it's like you don't have a witness. Like, I'm a kid. What do you mean I don't have a witness? Like, I'm not understanding what you're saying. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I shot the dude. Like, literally, I was 13 years old, and I was this close to having juvenile life. This close, but more people started coming out and started explaining what was going on, and then he got taken care of. But I wanted to kill him, like I did. Like if I was a little bit taller, it would have, but I hit him, and But like I said, it wasn't because I was a bad kid. It was because something happened to me, and nobody understood it, and nobody wanted to believe it. So it was like when you said your story yesterday, that shit had me in my chair in tears, because I'm like, I'm not the only one. It's like this shit is happening and nobody is really like, I mean, I'm from the streets. So it was like I did street stuff to fight that. You get what I'm saying? Because you can't really go up to tell nobody that you were messed with by a grown man when you were, a young child. Like you don't, it makes you harden. Like it hardens you very, very much. And it's like when I was in those moments, I couldn't talk to nobody about it. Like I couldn't. Like, and it's like those thoughts in my head, it was never a hurt me. I wanted to hurt everybody else. Like literally people that didn't understand me, like it's like school teachers and stuff like that. I used to throw chairs at all types of stuff. It's like, man, I'm hurt. And I used to just lash out at people. But it's like, I understand now that that person was mentally fucked up to do what he was doing to us kids. And it's like, I can't blame him, but I have to forgive him. And it's kind of fucked up because I understand it now. Like being a kid, I didn't understand any of it. Like being a person that has children and understanding like people were messed with, and it's like generational curses and stuff that people go through. It's like you have to understand it in order to talk about it. And it was like, it's not really tears that I get from it. It's like survival tears. Like I made it and I didn't let it in me. But like I said, your story yesterday, man,
I told you, I get to talking about too much important stuff, and then it cuts me off. Every single time.
I have an idea for you. I have an idea for you because the same thing happens to me, but it's not necessarily what I'm talking about. It's the intensity I'm using. If you believe in, which I know you do, I already know you do. You believe in emotional strength and power, yes? Yes, you're nodding. Good.
Yes.
So when you get really intense, and I noticed this on your live before, when you get really intense and you're sending out strong vibrations, then your tech gets all messed up. So here's what I want you to do. Take a deep breath with me. It's going to be okay. We're going to talk about this. It's all serious stuff. Good, good. And as long as we stay calm, the tech will stay calm. Just try it with me. Just see if it's true. Shall we do this? You in? Yeah, buddy.
I mean,
very good.
You've been through it, so I'm a teacher. I'm a student and a teacher, I guess, and a learner in all of that. So I'm all for it. I'm all
Everybody
for it.
is.
Let's try it.
Everybody has something to be taught, and everybody has something to teach. We are all both. No matter how much you know, God knows more than everybody put together, and you don't know what everybody knows, right? So we all have something to learn. But I believe that you have a lot more power in you than you even know, because you're messing up tech because you're talking about emotions that are hard, really, really difficult. And then you get really upset in your post before you're like, I hate YouTube. I get that. Not a lot of people are fans of YouTube, and I understand that. But when you're sending out these negative emotions, all of a sudden everything gets messed up. Maybe, just maybe, here's an idea. Maybe go, all right, this really sucks, and send out love instead.
Actually,
And
Michael Jaco talks about that.
And I'm wondering if that will help, because I know you have a lot of anger, and you rightfully have it. I have anger too. It scares the crap out of me. I mean, not literally. I'm good. Like, but like, it's important for you because you have daughters, right?
Yes, 3.
3 daughters. I love this. I love that you have daughters because you ain't gonna let nothing happen to your daughters. And the best way to do that is to keep a clear head.
And not just that, but daughters, they help calm your shiz down.
Yeah, they do.
In a lot of ways.
Even when one's ramping it up.
It's just that they help you soften rather than be so grr all the time. Because, I mean, really, because we have a son and 3 daughters, and it's true. The sons, I don't know what it is. They just amp up everything, and they have to test everything, and they have to test your patience on everything. And the daughters are like, okay, I don't want that to happen. I'm going to stay calm over here.
You're right. You're right. They do. They do. I don't know, man. I just appreciate that, like, because like I said before, I can't talk about this stuff to people, like especially my family. Like when it comes to my family and like the structure behind my family, they're more of like, have you ever seen a Tyler Perry movie? And it's like they try to protect the family secret type stuff, and then they will go like length and bounds to protect their truth. That's how my family. I have one of those families, and it's like their reputation means more than what's actually going on. So that was like one of my biggest problems, like coming up. Like I could say my family is asleep, and it's like I try to wake them up, but it's like I don't think they're ever gonna get it. Like I don't, because it's like they have to do inner work first, and it's like they're still in denial about what happened, because it wasn't just me, it was a group of us, and it was like they tried to sweep it all under the rug. And it's like I think that, like, and I try to tell them, like what's going on with the politics and certain things like that with the angels and archangels and stuff, and it's like they're completely oblivious to it. And I just try to tell them, you maybe you have to dig deep into yourself in order to find that within, because that's what I had to do. Like I said, I just appreciate the opportunity to speak it.
Absolutely.
And another thing with the whole family sweeping under the rug, the difficulties or whatever that everybody goes through, from my perspective of, even just stepping outside of our family and seeing what they do, our family's done that for years. It's like they're so afraid of the confrontation that they just don't want to deal with it. So we're like, okay, whatever. And then they just shove it away. We've had, the stuff that happened with Auntie V, and, we've all kind of had a little bit of it. And, and throughout our lives, and they just don't want to hear it. They don't want to believe that would happen to their baby. They don't want to believe that would happen. And I think it's in their way they're protecting their brains so that they don't lash out, so that they don't hurt. And it's selfish. It is selfish because they're not protecting their own.
It's also self-preservation.
Right, that's what I was going to say. But at the same time, they're protecting themselves because they don't want to, get all crazy about it.
Yeah, but it's true. It's really hard. And I hear what you're saying, because if you don't have anybody to talk to about this kind of stuff, then it does build up inside of you. Now, you say you don't have anybody to talk to, but you found Jesus, so somebody listened. So tell me about that. Tell us both about that.
Oh man. Okay, so my finding Jesus story is, man, it's something that I want everybody in my community to go through, because it's something that we see. Like, I didn't find Jesus through a church or through a Bible or any of those things. Like, ministers, they don't see us unless we're at a funeral and they're lying about the life that the person lived, because they don't know us. Like, to be completely honest with people, like, I don't subscribe to the churches or the other thing. I survived. And I tell people, man, the reason me being here is a sign of God. Like, that's God's work in its own, because, like, I can say four of the 8 people experienced by the person is like they're not here. Like, they're dead and in jail. And that's just half of, and I know them. And it's like, we all grew up, saw what that rage did to them. And it's like, for me to know that I sat back and I watched, like, my whole graduating class either up dead or in jail or fighting the system. Like, you really can't do much. You have to sell drugs. You have to do this or that because you can't get a job type stuff. It's like, I'm not like that. Like, I haven't had a felony. I've done a whole bunch of things, but it's just that I always had that voice in my head saying, I was a ladies dude. So I would always dip off and go do some stuff with some girls and then come back and then some shit happened. And I'd be like, damn, I just left. Like, but then it's like me knowing that there was a voice in my head telling me to get the hell away, go do something. And then, like, my best friend, he made me change my life. And he was on the 4th of July of 2010. And his name was Leslie Calvin. And basically, I worked at the Botanic Gardens, which I think everybody has the Botanic Gardens in their state. I know there's a bunch of them. But basically, he was coming to pick me up on the 4th of July. And we had, like, the fireworks display in this little place, like in between the suburbs, and we were gonna go, and then we are gonna get some girls, and but he had some people with him that I didn't, I took myself away from the streets because I knew that wasn't, my dad was heavy in the streets. But long story short, he was on his way to come and get me, and he was murdered. Right. So it was one of those, if he would have came to pick me up from work like he usually did, I would have been in the car with him when that would happen, because he died on the way to come and get me, meaning he was trailed. And I know the story now, but it's basically people saw him and they was following him and they hopped out and, they did it to him. But long story short, me seeing him in a box that did something to me, and it made me want to do something different with my life, because I felt like life was bigger. You know what I mean? And I found out, that there is Jesus. Like, my biggest thing with telling people about, Jesus, and not necessarily the Bible, but just finding your source, is because we see kids in caskets. Like, we go to funerals with little kids that get murdered, and we have to see a little kid with their chest plate stretched out, and you can't think. But then I got to explain to them, the devil is at work. So you have to understand that most of these things are either so contracted to go out like that, or that's just, a CIA psyop, or because most of the murders in Chicago aren't over gang territory. Like, the feds come around and kill people all the time. That's just the known fact of where I'm from. But it's just that, like, knowing that we're not in control of none of this. You have to find the light. Like being in all of that dark made me want to find the light. Like before a rabbit hole, like literally before a Trump, before a QAnon, before a hack, any of that, just me being in a messed up space. It was like, I can't live, I can't survive here. Like I can't deal with it. Like it's like I was sent here in an uncomfortable position on purpose. And it's like, why am I here? And then it's like I realized about indigo kids, and then it's like the 9/11 dreams. I was one of those kids that had the 9/11 dream. And it's like I used to tell people like something bad is about to happen at 11 years old, not 11. My birthday September 6th. It happened that next week. So I was 10, about to be 11. And I was telling people about an airplane about to crash into a building. It's about to be something bad is about to happen. And the shit happened. And it's like me knowing all of these things now is like, that's Jesus, man. That can't be, that's how I found him. I found him from unfortunate events happening in my life and me understanding it's not all dark. It's not all dark. I tell people all the time. I can get long-winded because I feel the love that you guys give to me, and it's like you guys want me to tell my story, and it's like I grew up not being able to talk about it. So the last 3 months, I've just been interviewing as many people as I can and just trying to, get them to understand like we're hurt too. My community's hurt too. We're in the same matrix that you guys are in. We're just on a different level. Mm-hmm. And we're still like we're one. We're one. We're supposed to be this unity consciousness. I never knew about unity consciousness literally until a month ago. I had no idea what that meant. But it's like I'm going through meditations and stuff now, and it's like I'm feeling it. And that's source. Like whatever you want to call them, if you want to call them Buddha, Allah, whatever it is you want, that's source. Regardless to what you subscribe to, it's still the same place. It's still the same thing up top. You getting your mind right and you trying to figure out what connects you up there. And it's like I'm trying to champion that because I've seen all of the negative. Like I tell people all the time, I have a story for every situation you can think about. Literally, like every dark situation you can think about. I got a story for it. So I just want to give that to people because it connects to people. And they'd be like, okay, well, you feel just like me. All right, well, you see me. Now come do what I'm doing because this is what's going to help us get to the next step. So that's Red Pill in a nutshell, guys.
I love it. I love it. Sorry I had to dodge out for a second. I just want to put a little prayer request out real quick. So my man just got shot in the eye with something at work. So just
what?
You gonna pray for him just real quick if that's cool, and we'll come back to what you were saying. That's cool.
I'm ready. I pray all the time. Let's go.
All right. Hey Jesus, please watch over my man. Thank you for not letting him go blind or have his eye get shot out of his face, because I love his face and I love his eyes, but he needs them more than I love them. So please help him to go slower today, take his time, and to not shoot his eye out. That would be cool. Thank you for protection. Please bless him and help us here. And we love you so much in your name. Amen.
Amen. Yeah, let's pray for safety, man.
Yeah, like he stepped on a nail yesterday, and then today they were doing nail guns, and so I don't know what's happening over there. They're having a moment.
Oh my goodness!
And he sent me a picture, and yeah, see, guys, just breathe and let's just get through this together, And so he just like, hey, I shot my eye out. Ah ha ha. And I'm like, nope, gotta call. Because what? That's not funny. So I wasn't trying to disrespect you. I was just like, okay, let's
that's cool. Hey, emergency. Sometimes I'll be in a live stream and my daughters will do something and I will completely get up out the stream. And
you're like, hey, everybody hang out.
But I'll be back. I'll play a song. Be back.
But he sounds okay, and there's
good spirits.
There's like in his eye, but anyway, he does his stuff, and we prayed, and then when he gets home, we'll talk.
A good talk always makes it. Doesn't matter what ailment you have. A good talk from your woman always does the body right. I literally fell off the roof. Listen. I fell off a roof one time, right? And I used to do construction work with my girl's dad. and like my back, like I mean, it was busted up. Like, but at nighttime came around, and you know, I felt I was mobile. That's all I needed. Mobile. I was mobile. Trust me. He don't need to see. He don't need to see.
Hey, we trust you, and we don't even have to go further. We don't have to talk about that. The rest of that, we just believe you, and that's all. That's all we have to do. Because it's true.
Hey guys, so back to what I was saying.
Yes, back to what you.
I love you guys, man. I love you.
Love you too.
You guys know that. I just want you guys, because it's like I don't even feel like I'm talking about stuff that I would usually cry about, but it's like I don't want to cry. I'm just gonna light this blunt and be like, fuck it, let's talk some more. That's just, and then if I get in too much, I'm just gonna be like, you know, you should start smoking. You know, you should put down those and pick up one of these.
There you go, Bree.
You one of those, and then
If I wasn't allergic to it,
you're smoking the wrong stuff. It's the wrong stuff.
clearly.
Maybe
All the
you're
things
just
I
like
smoke are
something.
wrong. Smoking's probably not good for me at all since my lungs are messed up, and I'm working on that.
Get
But
you some vape. You don't vape?
Oh, she tried that. She
You
swelled
don't
up.
like it? You know you can increase the dosage of the nicotine in the vapes. You know that, right? In the vape juices. My sister vapes. You can increase the nicotine in them to get you exactly what you need. It's probably a lot more healthier than you know.
No, it isn't. And I'll tell you how I know.
Yeah,
Because
but
I died. So, no.
you died.
You said you
Wait,
died. Wait, what?
Yeah. So,
did?
yep.
You died?
So, when they have to
didn't
bring you
do
back, you know not to do that one again.
Vapes killed you before? That sucks.
It kills lots of people. And it kills you faster.
I smoke marijuana and I feel like it's a plant and God planted it. I don't think God necessarily, but Gaia had to have something to do with marijuana because it grows from it, right? Technically. You don't have to do anything to that. Like you don't have to. Like it literally grows natural. Like literally.
It literally does grow naturally. This is
So
true.
you shouldn't be allergic to it's the earth.
I shouldn't be allergic to pineapple, and I shouldn't be allergic to like the S
Pineapple?
word. And
Pineapple
yet,
is so what? Oh my Lord.
She's allergic to a lot of stuff.
All of the good stuff.
I know pineapple,
All of the good pineapples are delicious. They are.
especially on
know.
pizza.
I freaking love pineapples. Oh
You put it on
man. Pineapples. And I couldn't go without pineapples and sex. Like pineapple sex and weed. What? Jesus. Jesus. I couldn't do it. Like
I don't know what to do with any of this.
I have to do two of those three things daily. Or I wouldn't live. Sorry.
Just for a second, because like I don't know what to do with all that information. And this is like
yeah, my moment.
this is like a
Hello.
crash course through atheism right now. Because
Hey,
I
man,
have like lots of nieces and
the
nephews.
people in the chat, my aunties know this is how I come to me in a nutshell. I come to every person
Listen,
in my
I
life.
love you. I think you're great. But I'm seriously, we have to have a one-on-one here, you and me, okay? So let's have it. And I'm going to say stuff, and then you're going to say stuff, and that's how this is going to work.
Okay, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You're not sorry. I love you. No sorry. I think you're great. She thinks you're great. We both think you're great. I think that you get really excited. I love this excitement. But you're talking about getting people outside of their boxes, right? To wake people up. So in order for that to happen, you yourself have to be awoken. Now, you have been awoken into a much bigger area. But what if I told you you're still inside a box and there are still things you don't know? Would you believe?
I would believe you. Yeah.
Cool.
You started it. I would believe you. I literally started
Agreed.
this.
Right? And we all are this way. We all have more to learn. We will always have more to learn. And the same stuff that works for you isn't going to work for me necessarily. Some will, some won't. And your experiences are not exactly the same as my experiences, but we will find commonality in them. With that information, I want you to know that sex talk stuff, holy crap, it triggers me bigly because of where I came from. So let's not talk about that, only because I'm not a dude for one and the previous statement. And let's save the expletives for huge, meaningful phrases. Because it puts emphasis on what we're trying to say. Because if you use the same F word for all the things, then you're trying to say that every single thing has the same level of importance. And I don't think you mean that, because some things are more important than others. Am I misunderstanding?
Right.
Okay. So you are free to use them, but please use them when you mean it. Like it's right
glitching a little
there, and you gotta say it. The rest of the time, it's like you're throwing in words that I'm trying to follow you, and I have a hard time with slang in the first place. So, and that's not your problem, except you're on our show, so it kind of is a little bit.
Oh, no, I understand.
You are adorable.
You kind of glitched a little bit. I kind of caught the ending of it, but I got the beginning part. But I completely understand. I'm just excited, guys. I'm just.
And we're happy to have you.
I like the frequency, man. You guys made me cry yesterday, and then you guys made me laugh, like literally right after crying. Like nobody has ever done that to me. Like that was awesome.
It's all her fault. She magic that one. Mm-hmm. All right, now you wanted to say something, and Mama and I.
The range that you guys have.
Range of.
Oh no, I'm just saying the range that you guys go from. The range, like of emotions, is not just one stream. It's not like you can come here. It's like the whole broadcast is gonna be just one, consistent motion. It's like you go up and then you go down and then you stay in the middle for a while, and then you throw on a song, and then it's like it's a whole lot, and it just feels good. Like I said, I caught the first one yesterday, so it just felt good. I wanted to be a part of it. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's how like our everyday conversations are. So we were like, like 5 years ago or something? When we started talking about the podcast of what I do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was like 5 years ago or something, and we're like, we should totally do a podcast. And then I was like, she's like, what would we do it on? I'm like, we just do our conversation. And so here we are.
It works.
And so because even just like
it works, I enjoy it. I feel like. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I don't know if it's my screen or your screen, but it just. Oh no, I just feel like everybody plays a part in this, and I just feel like each person should be able to bring their own little niche to this, because I feel like this is like one giant puzzle piece, and everybody fits in a certain spot, and it's like while people are sitting around watching the puzzle be built, their piece may be important to the actual puzzle. So it's like you just get in here and you figure out where you fit, and it's like we all have our own, because we touch people in different ways. And I just like it because you, like what I said before, you touch me in the crying realm, and then you touch me in that's never happened. Like usually I'll sit in somebody's and I'm just learning stuff. Like I learned that I can speak what I feel. Like that's a unique message. Being able to have the ability to make people want to come to you and vent, that's a unique quality to have. And that's what you did. You made me want to come and just give it all out. And it just
wonderful.
I don't know, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I've always had that like vibe, I guess. People have always come to me, even people when I worked at the grocery stores, people would just like, I'd be like, so how you doing? And they'd just like spill all their guts. So like, there you go. Well, I hope you do better. Or well, I'm glad, I'm glad you had a good day, blah, 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 blah. And it's just, I've always had that in school, in everywhere. And I know Bree has too. Had a bunch of people just like come up and just start talking. And it's never been like an annoying thing at all. I think it's awesome that people just want to come up and just talk to you. And like, or like be in the grocery store and you're like looking through clothes or something, and then somebody comes up by you and they just look through the same stuff and they're just like, I really like this, and then I'd respond. I don't think they're expecting me to. I'm like, I know, right? It's so cool. And then they just start talking and talking. It's fun. That's where I think like the title, Welcome to the Family, I think we're all one family. We're all God's children, you know, and so we're going to find commonality if we want to find commonality. And if you don't want to, you're going to shun everybody away. And, you know, and as long as you put off that positive vibe, then people are going to be drawn to you rather than, oh, don't go over there. There's some.
Because you know you've been somewhere and you don't even have to look, and you know somebody right behind you is like, oh no,
feeling it. Here's that guy.
Right?
I don't know why, but I don't like this.
You're that way, or the habit.
Yes, Make America Great Again. This is my hat. I have that feeling when I walk around. It's like, you know, it's people want to come and ask me, and I know they do. Like, but it's like they don't. But it's like they'll think it, and it's like I can feel that they're thinking and they're saying things about my hat. And so I look at them and I'm like, you can come and ask me why I'm wearing it. That's why I'm wearing it, so I can answer the questions. Where I'm from is predominantly black. Like literally, it's everybody. It's either black or Hispanic, and it's like everybody sees me, and it's like they just look, they just stare, like they don't never say anything. It's like they look and they stare. But I got the hat just so they can come up and ask me why I'm wearing the hat, so I can explain to them that, you know, there's no racism, there's no, you know, there's just mind tricks, there's Jedi mind tricks going on, and I can show you a lot of people that understand the mind tricks. Yeah. I tell people, man, I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day that people look at my hat and they think I'm a part of a cult, and I tell them it's a love cult. Like everybody that I come across since I put on the hat, they love me. But it's a love cult.
But it's not even a cult. That's the thing. It's a family. You know, I mean, even Donald Trump has said, you know, we are of one people. We're a family. You know, and he is the most lovable president I've ever known of.
And he's a goober.
And he's a goober. Like, he's such a dork, and it's awesome.
Hardcore goober. He gets up there just doing his little dance, and I'm like, that's me when I'm that age.
It reminds me so much of Dad.
Trump is the only president we actually know. Like, he's the only president we actually know. Like, for real. That, like, we can follow his life. Like, you can follow Trump's life from when he was, you know, in college. And, you know, if you really want to go back and look, we didn't know Obama. I know nobody really knew who Obama was. Nobody knew who Clinton was like that. Like, we actually know Trump. Like, he feels like one of us. Like, he feels like a common person. That's why I like him, because he's an alpha. Yeah, he's an alpha. Alpha male. That's why most people hate Trump, because they're not an alpha. They're not an alpha. Like, if you're an alpha male, you respect Trump because you understand what he's doing. He's kicking ass, he's taking names, and he's talking shit about it. Why? That's what alpha males do. But he's doing it for everybody. He's not just doing it for himself or for a certain demographic. He's literally doing it for the sake of the world. Like, not even just us, like for everybody. And it's like, I tell people that, and they look at me and they tell me, man, you're Uncle Tom. I'll be like, how am I Uncle Tom? But I've done every street thing that you've done. I've done everything else over there. Why can't I come over here? Why can't I come here and be happy? Why can't I be happy? Why do I have to, you know, risk my life over here? It's crazy.
You don't.
Yeah.
Do you know that I'm still free today, to this day, because Trump was president? If he had not been president and everything was still as messed up as it was when I was trying to get out free, right? Then I would still be, I'd probably be dead, honestly. Probably would not still be alive. So
that story touches my heart.
Mine too. Still beating and everything. I like it. It should be forever. Oh, well, not forever.
I know mine's still beating. I took my heart monitor test this morning.
Mine's is right here.
Yeah, my phone is
test. Is it? That's where your heart is? On your sleeve?
My heart is on for my city. For my city. Because I feel like I have to say stuff that people in my city don't understand. They don't get none of the stuff I'm saying. They don't, and they won't open their minds to it. They literally, they won't. And it's like, why not? Like, you really, you would rather fight somebody that looks just like you over some territory instead of understanding that if we get our minds right, that we can literally control and run the whole world because the world is ours. we inherit the earth. The meek shall inherit the earth. It's like they want to look at the short-term gain of this though. It's like they want to look at, this is my block, this is my game, this is my this, and it's like it's bigger than that. The grand scheme is way bigger than this, and it's like they don't look at it, and it's like I don't.
So they've been trained for the short term. They've been trained for now, right? Immediate gratification. Everybody's minds have been made, because if you can click something and you have pizza at your door, you didn't have to talk to anybody. You didn't have to use your voice. It means you didn't know how to use it, and it's there, and ta-da, right? All these personal interactions that we have been slowly been getting away from and then slammed out of over this last year has been deliberate. It's all been deliberate to take away the voice of the people, to take away people's right to get together and communicate. Because if we're not together, they think that we're going to fight each other when we do get together. And we're going to prove them wrong. All of us. Because we all want, the same stuff on a very basic level. And there's no reason for this monarchy. Right? Not at all. No reason for it. And there's more of us than there are of them. The one thing they have is to keep us separated. And if they can't do that, which clearly they can't, hello, Chicago, Utah, talking right now, then what they got?
You're absolutely right. I mean, like, and this is another thing that I like to talk about as well, is like the effect that this stuff is having on our kids. Because it's like, I feel so bad for the kids, man. It's like they're losing the being social, the ability to be around other kids. Like, I hate that fact. Like the fact that I don't know if the schools in Utah or anywhere else are open, but the schools in Illinois have been closed and they have not been open since this whole thing. Like, I'm literally sitting watching. And it's like, I do the snow. We go outside. We throw snowballs at each other. We do all of it as much as we can. Like, during the summertime, when this stuff really started getting serious, they had, like, police tape around the playgrounds. Literally, police tapes around. I went to the playground, took all of the tape, and told the kids to come and play. And then the police drove past, almost got into it with the police. And I told them, well, you're going to have to take me to jail, man, because my kids have to play in the park. Like, they're not getting sick. Check the numbers. And that's what I kept telling them. Check the numbers. Like, this isn't a order. Tell the alderman or the mayor or somebody from North Chicago to come here and tell me that my kids can't play at the park. And that's how I knew it was just a psychological game, because they did not have the power to tell kids they can't play in parks. Literally.
They sure act like it, don't they?
But that's the thing, though. If we let them, everything, even the mask thing. I don't go to stores with masks on. Never did, never have, never will. Literally, I don't do none of that. I do not conform. I will not conform. They don't say nothing to me. They offer a mask. Would you like a mask? Nope, I'm good. I'm cool. I don't conform to none of that stuff. And it's like, I literally try to tell people while I'm in stores, like, my election story is crazy. They wouldn't let me vote. Literally, I was not allowed. I had to go to 2-3 different places so I have it recorded, and it's in my YouTube archives. And they would not let me vote. First, they told me I had to go from one place to another. Then they told me at the second place that I went to that I couldn't wear a Trump hat. I couldn't wear my shirt. But luckily, I had a thermal under, all of it. So I went to the bathroom, took the stuff, and went right back in line. But I was recording the whole thing. I have it on, I think it's on YouTube now, because we had to take everything off and put it on the YouTube. But it's just crazy. It's like it's all mental. If you allow them to get away from it, like they were telling people that if they had Trump hats, like my girl, she went to vote and they made her take her hat off and, take her sweater off. She had we're MAGA everything. Like I said, just ain't no fun unless we all get some. So if you're my girl, you're going to be vote too. So it's like, but she went first because we got kids, so we couldn't both go, at the same time. So she went and then I went, and she had to literally come back, change her shirt, and then go vote because she didn't have nothing under her shirt. And it's like voter suppression was crazy. And it's like all of this stuff just to disprove one person. Like if how does that make sense? And it's like, and it's like, come on, man. Like, we can't see what's going on. Like, it felt like a funeral. It felt like the election was like going to vote. We couldn't talk. People were telling me to shut up, and I'm putting the screen on. I'm putting my phone in their face. Like, what do you mean I can't talk? I can say whatever the hell I want. I'm coming to vote. This is my right. I can say what I want. and it's just it was creepy, man. It felt very draconian, if you know what I'm
definitely, absolutely.
It felt very draconian, and it's like I can't wait, because I'm literally I got all of my videos archived, and I'm gonna start pushing them back, because nobody paid attention when it happened. Said nobody. Nobody was paying attention to it when it was going on. But it's like, I feel like once the news and the information starts coming out, we need to be the cushion. I feel like we awoke in early form.
Thank you. Oh.
I'm a little bit. I learn every day. I try to.
I love that. You're right, though. We need to be the soft place for people to land, because our minds already been blown a bit. So, when they have the complete birthday cake melting on their head thing going on, then
it's an explosion. It's an explosion.
I understand you see that. I did not see that. And so I can't help it. It looks like birthday cake. I can't help it. So when they have that experience, we need to be like, whoa, it's okay. Land here. It's softer. And we just catch them as they fall.
Like the safety net. Like the people that get on a tightrope and they may fall, and we're the safety net.
Oh, they're going to fall. Oh, honey, they're going to fall.
They're going to fall. Yeah, I know. I just know I'm not going to be able to contact anybody. I'm probably going to be able to do videos around that time, because my phone's probably going to. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, stop that right now. Take that back. Take it back. Take it back.
No. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying it like, I take it back. I take it back. But what I'm saying is, like, I know that, like, that is when people are going to really start reaching out to me. Like, people treat me like I'm an outcast now. But like, when stuff starts coming out, like, my phone is literally, I'm not going to be able to make a video, because I'm going to be constantly like this. Yeah, well, I'm gonna send you this link. I'm gonna do this. I know, I see it already. Like, cause like it's like,
so what can you do now?
I gotta prepare myself, and I have to.
How are you gonna do that?
Huh?
You want to make videos still?
Oh no, I make videos every day. I just don't post them. I literally have them in the cut, and just they're all unlisted. They're literally.
So do you have them prepared to send out on days when you're going to be on the phone?
No, I think I need to start doing that. I see what you're saying.
Hey, look at you. Good idea. Good idea. Since you have the foresight, right? God has blessed you. Now you can know what to do with it. That's wonderful that you have that. Yeah. Absolutely. And I agree with you.
You're good. Wow. You're good. She's good. Singing mama. She's awesome. Wow. Wow, that's dope.
Birthday cake on your head?
Man, just
Yay! Wonderful. I'm so glad.
Oh man, this is fun. This is fun. Seriously though, I just feel like we all have to be the steady hand, because people don't know. Like, I don't look down on people for not understanding. I just feel like, okay, maybe you didn't. Like, I didn't know. Like, I knew, but I didn't connect it all. And it was like the 20/20 vision is probably what connected it all for, the people that were meant to know. And it's like, we're supposed to be there to help everyone out that don't. And it's like, at the end of the day, I'm just preparing myself for it, because all of the bad things that were said, I know they're going to flip. And it's like, I hope everyone does. Because like, I'm into it. Like, I'm in tune with the, soul contracts and certain people not being able to, take the ascension pressure. And, I just want as many as my people as I can to, be able to, but I know I can't control that. So it's like dealing with that. Like, I used to cry in my bathroom, and I used to cry for my, and then it's like, have you guys seen the Truth Will Change You channel? Mm-mm. The Truth Will Change Your Life with the Galactic Federation videos?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, the girl that channels the Archangels, her name is Sarah Yogi. And for some reason, I don't know how I got in contact with her, but me and her are very, very close now. And it's like, I did a meditation with her, and we were meditating for Mother Earth, and she started bawling. And when I mean bawling, I mean like, she was doing light codes, and she was, you channel the language and you speak, but she was crying in the middle of it. And it's like, I didn't have my eyes open, but I felt it. It's like I saw her with my eyes closed crying. And it's like, I asked her, what were you? And she explained why. And it's like, she was crying for, everybody. feeling the grief of everybody. And it was like, that's the same thing that I was doing around election time in my bathroom. And that is just powerful, man, to be able to connect these dots and, you know, get in tune with certain people. Like what you just did, she can do that to me. And it's like, she's not near me, but she's with me. And it's like, thank you for being with me. I appreciate you, Auntie B, for being with me. I appreciate it. Because it's lonely out here. Or at least I thought it was lonely. But I know that I'm always surrounded. I just had to summon and welcome the energy around me. So it's deep, man. It's deep. It's real deep.
Remember that the big tall black guy on Green Mile?
Mm-hmm.
Remember him and how he would say it hurts?
Yeah, Michael Duncan.
People hurt themselves with they love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every one of us have felt that at some point. Like, why? Why is there cruelty out there? Why is this happening all the time? And that's when you become very in tune with pain. And that's when you have a choice to make. You either give up or you find the love. You only have those two choices at that moment, but do you know you have the choice? The moment you know you have a choice, it becomes a powerful expression of who you are on the inside. You're either made of tough stuff or you're not. That's it.
Fact.
And it seems to me that when everybody recognizes they have a choice, anybody I've come within personal limitations with, right? So around me in my physical geography, anybody around me who has realized they've had a choice to make, they've always like, I don't know what the expression would be other than like manned up, godded up. I don't know. That's the Jesus, whatever it is. I know. He drinks out of a big old jug like me. That's awesome.
Stay hydrated, man. That's the seed of attention.
That's right.
That's the key to ascension. Stay hydrated.
See? Watch the water. That has so many meanings.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody who has a choice and realizes they have the choice to make, and they make it to better themselves, this is where we go from the 3D to the 5D. Right?
Yes. Facts. I'm a sponge. I just like hearing this stuff because it's like it makes me want to tell people more because it's like I'm not the only one. It's like when I be feeling drained, I just connect with people and it's like they fill my battery back up and it's like, okay, now it's time to get back out there for the next day. It's like I appreciate it, man, because it's like that lonely feeling. I used to always feel like alone as hell. Like why? I'm always around people. It's like because I always like people like being around me. I attract people. But it's like always felt like I didn't blend in with none of them. Like I really did. I felt like I didn't have nothing in common with none of the people that I was raised around. But it's like I was put here to get them to understand what I understand.
Yep.
It's not a being special thing. It's a being different thing, and you got to understand it because everybody's special, but just certain people are different. Certain people came here at certain times to do different things, and it's powerful, man.
It's true. I felt the same way with my family a lot of times. Like me and my dad have always gotten along really well. And then so me and him could connect on that level. But with me and my siblings, like me and Brie weren't really that close when we were growing up. But as we've gotten older, we've gotten close because stuff happened where she couldn't do it. And so, but ever since then, even now, Brie and I are the only ones that really talk on a daily basis with our families. And then I'll talk to my dad and stuff. But as far as, getting to where we're on the same level of understanding, me and my dad and me and Brie are like the only ones that really communicate with stuff, at least me with each of them, so I totally get it being on a different level and not being able to, because I was always like the bubbly one, and Brie was too. But I mean, like other than Brie, like people always called me bubbly and people always, said, you're so bubbly. You're always so happy when you go through the halls in school and stuff. And and I'm just like, well, thanks. And, and it's hard to be that way all the time sometimes, because sometimes you do just want to go and be by yourself. But if you do that, then you get so used to it.
Exactly.
And then you don't have that bubbly sense anymore.
Exactly.
And so
I can totally agree with that because it's like, that's how I was as a kid. Like I was that outgoing, crack jokes. And then what happened. And then it was like, I went completely introvert. Like literally, I went completely into myself and I didn't let nobody in. It's like, if you were around me, there was a specific reason, but it wasn't going to be for long enough for you to do something to me because I just didn't trust. I just didn't trust. My trust was all the way down here, but it was like, I'm trying to get back to that energy, high frequency, love. And it's like, it's easier to do that once I understood why I went through what I went through. I think I went through what I went through so I can do what is much in my power to make sure that the world doesn't go back to where stuff like that's happening. At least make sure it don't happen to my kids. Because that's all I can control, like really like hands on. All I can control is my tribe and the people that are around me. So it's like what happened to me happened, not woe was me. It happened so I can make sure that shit like it's spoken upon, like somebody's standing on that type of, and I know I can. Like
because it happened to you, you see the red flags. You see the red flags that things, if something doesn't feel right while your girls are out doing stuff or while if they have friends over, you see the red flags. Facts. And then you can stop it from happening.
Facts.
And so, some people this happens to and they only think of it negatively. It's not a good thing. But if you take what is positive out of it by seeing the red flags and protecting other people from that, then you will grow from that. And no matter how sucky and crappy and all the bad words about it, you can still grow from it. And that's sometimes the hardest thing for people to see. But it can happen. You just have to be willing to let it happen.
Yeah, your battle with yourself is the biggest fight you're ever gonna face. And I tell people that all the time, man. The battle that I fought against what they wanted me to be and then what I became, but it was the most important one though, because I can tell my kids, I can tell other people, like you're gonna have to sit in that fire for a little bit. It's gonna be hot and it's gonna be uncomfortable and you're not gonna like it. But once you get out of it and then step on the other side, you're gonna be a better person because of it. So I just champion that movement.
That's true.
I love you guys, man, for real. Because I was all the way up there, and then she brought me all the way right, and I'm just coasting. I'm just coasting. Auntie B got me coasting right here. It's like I'm just coasting in the middle.
Oh,
she was frozen for a second. I don't know what happened, but I was just saluting her on how she just got me just right in the middle, like she has me just floating in the. I like that. I need people to do that to me more often. It's like a tune-up. It's like a tune-up. It's like a tune-up. It's nice.
Yep, she's good like that. She's good like that.
Good. It's very, very good. Yeah, man, this is very, very fun. I don't want to be rude, but I don't know if you want to join. Are you doing anything? Because I got a big Zoom meeting that's about to start in a couple minutes. I don't know if you want to come and laugh and crack jokes.
Well, I do got stuff I've got to do. I've got my hubby and my kids and stuff.
Oh, I understand. I just know that I'm trying to the family thing. I have a soul. Can y'all be a member of my soul family, please? Both of you guys.
I subscribed.
It'd be awesome. Yes. Thank you. And I just whatever you guys post, I will post them on my pages too. I'm just coming off snatching people's and just putting them on my page, just letting everybody see them. And that's just
very cool, man.
That's my mission, I don't know, man. I just feel like I was blessed to get a lot of subs. So it's like spread them with everyone. And if you got a voice, because I used to be one of the people in the comments. Comment. Now I have somewhat of a platform. So I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I want you to, it's a family. We are all one gigantic family that didn't know we were family until and Trump woke us up. He put that flag in the air and it's like the bat signal. And it signified for everybody. We all came under the signal.
The bat signal.
I love it. I love it.
He's Trump man.
That's what happened. It's what happened. For real. He came in and he kicked ass and he took names and he talked shit. And now he's just sitting back being quiet.
Exactly.
Quiet Trump. Just real quick though. Quiet Trump. Let's just be real now. Quiet Trump. When has Trump ever been quiet?
Quiet.
Like never said nothing. I know what I'm saying. No, but what I'm saying though, in the mainstream, they have nothing to talk about.
Yep, and that's what he said. He goes, "They're gonna miss me when I'm gone." They're not gonna have anything to talk about.
The world is so boring. This is the world.
You're frozen again.
everybody's plummeting is just crazy,
Yep.
man. It's just,
That's what's supposed to happen, though.
yeah, exactly. That's the point. I tell my family, that was the biggest thing, though. We gotta see it on CNN. We gotta see it on blah, 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 blah. We gotta see it on. All right. Well, when you see it on it, I just hope you accept it, because they can't hide it forever.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is I have some family members that were having a hard time, accepting any of the stuff unless it was on the news thing. And so I told them about Telegram. And I said, go on there and look up, certain people on there and just read it. Just read it and see what happens. And now they're like, did you see this happened on Telegram? I'm like,
my thing
I
was,
haven't got there yet. Hold on.
this was my thing, right? The executive orders. This was my, and I just tell people, just pause it, zoom in, and just look at the blank pieces of paper. Just look at the blank pieces of paper.
Tiny blank piece of paper. Yep.
So there's nothing on them. So there's nothing.
But that's dangerous.
That's your president.
Dangerous.
So yes.
Well, and there's been
That
so
they
much proof of it being in like a San Diego, or not San Diego, but in California studio
Castle
that they're
Rock.
doing it at.
Castle Rock.
Yeah. Yep.
Castle Rock. Steve
And-
Mnuchin. He did the Expendables. He did Super Bad. Which other movies? I forgot. Olympus Has Fallen.
Sniper.
They're probably using that.
American Sniper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He's done a couple movies. So it's like come on,
yeah.
guys. Let's act like we've been. Let's act like we've been here. That's my whole thing. Let's act like we've been to the show. Let's act like we've been a part of something special before. Let's act like we've been here, man. That's just how I feel. Let's act like we've been.
Guys, I'm sorry. Somebody's outside kicking stuff around in the backyard, so my Wi-Fi is just deciding to.
They're kicking stuff.
Well, they're moving around stuff in the yard.
Back there kicking stuff.
And so I'm sure they're kicking it. I'm sure because it's there.
Why would they kick it? That's
So
just
I'm sorry to keep going in and out. But
It's okay.
Go ahead.
Your face is just going.
I know, I saw that. I'm looking on my phone going, oh, no, take it up.
We didn't know what happened to you. We didn't know what
Having
happened.
another stroke.
Don't say that.
You take it back.
Don't say
Take
that.
it back right now.
I take it all back. Mine was
You
just
made me take it back. You better take it back.
I said take it back. This is three times. I take it back.
You better take it
Jesus, I apologize.
Lord,
Forgive
That's
me.
what I'm talking about.
But I really do. That's what it looked like. I just thought it was funny.
I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too. I think we're gonna end with the same flag one, okay?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I got it ready, so if you want to just agree to share the screen with me.
Yeah, just put it up.
Okay. This has been really cool. I'm sorry I had to go in and out so much.
It's okay. You guys have to come on my show next. Please.
Okay.
That's a deal.
Okay.
All right.
Aunties can sprinkle you guys with love, because that's what they do. They come and they give. All it is emojis and stuff. You just see a gang of emojis.
Whole bunch of cake eating fools. That's what it's gonna be. Just wearing it all over the place. I know it.
Not a cake.
I know you think that, and that's okay.
You see the head detach in the smoke in the head. You see the.
No. You see that. I see cake because I like cake. Apparently.
I make my daughters their birthday cakes. I actually make them homemade birthday cakes.
See, props to you. That's awesome.
I've been doing that for 9 years. My oldest daughter's 9 years old. I've been doing that for 9 years.
That is very, very cool. There was a comment that I wanted to say something to, and it was even funny, and then I left and came back and left and came back so many times, but it was to the one who said that people don't, like, they think I'm weird because I'm positive in public. So, yes, that one. I think you should ask yourself, Mickey Michelle, if it's not just that you're too positive, but maybe you're too sexy.
Ooh.
You know, people
Ooh.
are walking away. Am I too sexy?
Maybe.
It's possible, because positive people tend to be really attractive.
That's true.
I'm waiting for Red
Be
to
happy,
agree.
guys. Oh, Hey, I always agree. I agree with everything you guys have said. There is no rebuttal over here. There's no
awesome.
rebuttals over here.
Good deal. All right, be praying.
I'm gonna do this every week.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to listen to the song.
Yeah,
you have to mute the microphone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I think we're gonna pray first.
I'm gonna pray real quick and then send everybody away. Now, when we're done, Mr. Red Pill, we put our hands like this and we spread it out because we are blessing the world after we're done. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Take it away, singing Mama. You praying today?
Why can't you do it?
All right, I can, but I think you're good at it.
Okay, I'll do it. Yes. Our dear, kind, and gracious Heavenly Father, we come before Thee at this time with our humble hearts and our joyful spirits, and are so thankful for all that Thou hast blessed us with and all the joy in our hearts. We ask Thee to please bless our kids and all the children around the world, that they will be comforted and protected, and that they will feel Your love and know that that we're coming for them. We ask You to please bless those that have been hurt in those ways, that they will be comforted. And they know that Thy will be done. We are so thankful for the love that we feel from Thee. And we ask Thee to please bless us with the happiness that You see fit. We love Thee so very much and are eternally grateful for everything that Thy Son has done for us and for His sacrifice. We ask these things and do so in the name of Thy beloved Son, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
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 You're blessed. There you go.
I'm a quick learner.
You're good. You're good. All right. We love you guys. Thanks so much for being on here, Red. And we will talk to everybody else tomorrow.
Yes, sir, Bob. That's it.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And upholding the rule of law. Today I am calling on all Americans to overcome the passions of the moment and join together as one American people. Let us choose to move forward united for the good of our families, communities, and our country. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Oh, Lord. We've been waiting for this moment for so long. Please, Lord.
This president's going to continue on in office. They do not want that to happen. They're going to try every damn thing that they can. And you look at it as to why they chose those words. Because the President of the United States has a responsibility to protect the Constitution. But the President has the responsibility, the duty, and the authority to act. And it's above the others, because there's something called national security. And national security, for all intents and purposes, is the responsibility of one person, and that's the United States President.
And together, we are taking back our country. We are returning the power to you, the American people. With your help, your devotion, and your drive, we are going to keep on working. We are going to keep on fighting. And we are going to keep on winning, winning, winning. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. America will soon be thriving like never before because, ladies and gentlemen, the best is yet to come.
I've been waiting for this moment for such a long time. Ooh, Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Ooh, we've been waiting for this moment for such a long time.
The best is yet to come.
Sorry, you're muted.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want to say nothing. I was typing while the thing was playing. This was so much fun. Thank you so much. Whenever you're ready to come, whenever you're ready to come and sing, let me know because I'm a rap. How you doing, Chad? I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me borrow your wife for a couple hour. It was awesome. I appreciate you guys so much.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you. Man, this is amazing.
You got a good heart.
You guys are in Utah and I'm in Chicago, and it's just amazing that we're connected.
Yeah, that is.
I'm sorry, like it's just every time I do an interview, I'm just grateful, man. I really am. I came from a bad place, you know, and thanks. I'm not gonna.
It's okay, but
I came from a bad place, you know.
I think we understand. But now you're around people that love you and that respect you, and you spread good words. You and my wife and her sister, you guys are doing a great job, and that's amazing. You come a long ways.
Remember the love, bud.
Yeah, remember the love, and God bless you. And you're just spreading the love and the truth, and that's amazing.
And then a voice enters as if from God himself, and he says, "Peace, be still,
peace,
and know that I am with you, and will never, ever, ever leave you alone."
That's true.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then I come with the pillow because remember this too. And I'm like, "Oh, it's okay because we're hugging on you, and it's all right. We are here with you right now, in the middle of it all." Okay.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you.
You are good. Very good.
I've never talked about that on the screen before.
Hey, that took a lot, bud. It's some growing. Look at you, you're growing.
It's a Dear Diary moment. You better have a diary.
Do you have a Dear Diary?
It's up here, and then I'm gonna come and snatch this video and then put it on my page so people can see it.
Do it.
Yeah, I was holding that in for like the whole hour. Like,
wow.
I'm glad you let it go.
No, I was gonna let it go. It wasn't going. I couldn't leave the screen without telling y'all thank you because that is shit.
Heck yeah.
Like, just getting that shit off. It was man. Oh no, just thank you. I do. I have 20 people waiting on me, and I know I have to clear my face up before I walk in there because but I thank you so much because this is epic for me. We're gonna have to do this again, so I'll send you guys a link. I gotta go clean my face up.
Okay.
Nice to meet
Love
you.
y'all.
Thank you so much. Love you guys more than anything.
Love.
Love, bud.
Thank you.
Have a good one. See ya.